Why your audio drama script needs a limited cast size. The biggest lesson to be learned from listening to and studying American Golden Age radio plays, or old-time radio, is the logistics. Old-time radio is full of hokey plots, absurd characters, and bargain bin murder mysteries. They are the sonic equivalent of Pulp Fiction and Harlequin romance novels. They are the junk food of audio drama. But I will be clear. The content of old-time radio is dated and cringe, but the formatting and presentation is a work of art. The biggest thing you can learn from studying The Shadow, Inner Sanctum, and Suspense is this: limit your cast size, please. This simple trick was first pointed out to me when I read Erik Barnouw's book, The Handbook of Radio Writing. Erik Barnouw points out that radio drama's dramatic possibilities are fundamentally limited because of the need to limit the cast size of every radio play. The standard cast size of any radio play circa 1939 is perhaps 4 or 5 people, each with a different voice type. You would have 1 baritone, 1 soprano, 1 tenor, 1 alto, and maybe 1 falsetto bass. This produces the classic radio sitcom family of a father, baritone, mother, soprano, son, tenor, daughter, alto, and maybe a grandfather, falsetto bass. The reason you need to limit the cast size of a radio play is simple. If you have more than 1 voice type in a particular scene, for example, 2 baritones and a soprano, the audience will get confused about which baritone voice belongs to which character. This principle was articulated and codified by Erik Barnouw in the context of the radio soap operas in the 1930s and 40s. In the 21st century, maybe you think you can escape this industrial age operating principle with your produced audio dramas posted on YouTube or Spotify, but you would be wrong. When I was producing my audio drama, The Diary of Death, many things went right with that play. As a wise man once said, a playwright only grows through performance. But the biggest vice of The Diary of Death is that I did not do much of anything to intentionally limit the size of my cast of characters, and then my audience, when they listened to it, though they enjoyed the play on the whole, they were sometimes confused about who was who. In The Diary of Death, I had supporting characters, I had incidental characters, I had characters who sounded important but who only appeared in one scene, and I was, in short, undisciplined. But the good news is that I had grown as a writer, because my previous play, Son of Yi, Son of Pongu, had a cast size problem which was much, much worse. Now, to be fair to both myself and to other audio producers, Golden Age radio dramatists had to figure out ways to get around this problem themselves. The favorite way to get around the problem of a bloated cast size was to give a lot of characters distinctive regional or foreign accents. But this is cheating. It covers up the problem but does not solve it. The best way to solve the problem of a bloated cast size is to write the script so that it has an intentionally small cast size. You will then have an audience who can successfully discern what is going on, follow the plots, and bond with and engage with the characters. But what are the downsides of limiting the cast size? It may be a critical part of a good radio play or audio drama, but what are the implications of this constraint on the whole medium of audio drama? Well, I'll have to talk about that in another video. This is my 3rd video about audio drama. I am Levi Sweeney. Thank you for listening. Cheerio!